We make a lot of promises to ourselves in the new year. This year, I'm going to start that career, pursue that dream, go on that trip, buy that house, start that project, record that album, all those things. And all of that is so good. I just want you to know that all that you've experienced up to this point matters to me. The journey of a modern woman, a woman living in this day and age, is every woman's journey of learning to love who we are, own who we are, and live who we are. And that is my heart. That's my prayer. That's my desire for you and for me. I'm still in that process. Gosh, like every single day, there are things that I am having to walk through regarding my own identity and accepting who I am. A couple weeks ago, I had this experience. No, this wasn't a couple weeks ago. This was last week. I have kind of entered a new phase in life where I'm starting to really build and create things that are meaningful to me. I kind of made a commitment to myself at the beginning of 2020 where I wasn't just going to work hard. I work hard. I work a lot. And I just decided I knew I'd laid down some things that were special to me. Like I sang on a worship team, but I stopped writing music. I would learn songs to teach them to others, but I wouldn't learn an instrument just for the sake of learning it. And I was not okay with that. And I wasn't okay with that because the Lord wasn't okay with it. He was like, I put these desires in you to write music and to learn an instrument and to study this course because there's more to your life than just these areas of service that you're dedicated to. It's not okay to be so committed to something that you totally miss out on what else the Lord has for your life. So I have been on this journey of figuring out what do I want to do. That's where Modern Woman came about. Kind of stepping outside of my comfort zone and being me, and I'm loving it. But I have also at the same time, because it is so uncomfortable, I have found myself being more anxious and feeling more vulnerable and then embarrassed about feeling vulnerable. And I have had this internal dialogue of berating myself. It was bad. It was really bad. And it really got me yesterday because I went to hang out with my brother and sister-in-law for a little bit, my little nephew. And he's at that age where he repeats everything. And at one point I was like, guys, I did X, Y, Z. And I was like, arr! And then he did the same thing. He was like, arr! And at one point he was like, you okay? I can be a little bit dramatic, just like a tad. I thought, man, I'm glad that I'm doing better today than I had been, or else they would be like, Alicia, you need to come and get your nephew. They wouldn't do that. All that to say, I realized that I'd had this very not good, very unhealthy internal monologue going on about how my life is changing and how uncomfortable I felt with all of the changes. In order to deal with how I was feeling, I would just continually give myself like the negative version of pep talk. So it's like, get yourself together. No, don't think that. Can't think that. Can't be da 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 da. All just on and on. I don't need to tell you the monologue. And it hit me one day that I would never, ever, ever talk to my friends the way that I talked to myself. I would never talk to my family and say the things to my family that I was saying to myself. And I was like, I cannot believe this. It's like, dang, I have to stop this. I may feel uncomfortable. I may feel like, I just don't know what's going on in my life right now. I don't know how to handle it. It's great, but how do I handle it all? That's totally cool, but you can't be mean to yourself in the process of trying to keep it together. I just got to get into God and not be together and let Him situate it all the way it's supposed to be. Super long story to say that I finally got to a place where I said, you know, I love you, Alicia. You're doing okay. And instead of fussing at myself to get me to think the way I felt like I was supposed to think, I just decided I'm going to give this stuff, I'm going to be okay with how I feel and, you know, talk it out with friends that I trust, talk it out with God primarily, and let myself grow into the space where I'm supposed to be situated, because I have a feeling that what I'm walking through for a reason, and there's something good to get out of it. So why do I share this whole long story? There's a whole journey, a whole lifetime worth of memories and things that have gotten you to this place where you are, and I celebrate that. For all that this new year is going to bring into your life, the wonderful things, the blessings, the additional growth points, the building on what has already been established in your life. I just wanted to take a moment and celebrate you and the fact that you are still here, still trying, still grinding, still working it out, still making it happen. And just want to encourage you not to invalidate the process that you're already going through. I know that sometimes there are some years where you're building, and I guess it feels like, so there's some decades where you're building and building and building and waiting to see the fruit of what you're working towards. And this year may be the year where all of the building and working and growing and grinding completely causes the lid to pop off and you see great expansion. And if that is this year for you, bravo. Yes, way to go, way to do it. If you're one of those people who is like me and it is a year of continuing, I have an idea of what 2021 is going to be like. I know it's going to be a lot of growth and a lot of shift and transition. That is going to be this year for me. Transition, and discovery. That's what the Lord has been telling me. Discovery and transition in discovery, discovering more of your life through transition. Just a year change. I'm embracing it. And if this is that year for you as well, bravo, because it takes courage for both, whether it's continuing to build or whether it is, seeing what you've built become or come to fruition or grow and expand in these new and exciting ways that you've been working towards. Continuing to own your journey and make those things happen takes courage. So my prayer for you is that wherever you are on this journey of loving, owning, and discovering who you are, that you enjoy it, celebrate where you are, don't take it for granted, and that you have the strength and the grace, the wisdom, the peace, all the goodness of the Lord, that you're recognizing it and experiencing it in your own life so that all that He has planned for you for this year can come to pass. Because it's going to be awesome. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. All right.